On a quiet street in the city of Tucson, there is a pumpkin-colored house, which is so much more than a house, but a home, where homeless men can come for one day each week to be welcomed with dignity and compassion. The guiding light of Poverello House is Brother David.
Welcome everyone to Poverello House. We've been open now just about a year and a half. We're located here in the neighborhood west of the University of Arizona, and our guests come here 5 days a week. And each of our guests is allowed to come 1 day a week. So we usually have about 11 or 12 guests that come to Poverello House. Here, as you will see at Poverello House, our friends up from the streets can have a shower, do their laundry, have a good breakfast, a good lunch, which will be serving shortly here. And they can watch television, take a nap, read a book. We have a little library here, and they can hang out in the yard. And we also have a beautiful garden that's in the works here right now. And our hope when people come here is they'll have a chance to experience a home, what it's like to have a home, because almost all of our guests who come here are sleeping outside on the streets right at this time. So it really is a chance to come in, be at peace with one another and with yourself, and enjoy the day. And we're very grateful for this opportunity. We're very grateful for the supporters who help us to allow us to keep the house open here. And we're very grateful. And we hope that the people find the peace of Christ here, that they can feel God's love, and the spirit of St. Francis of Assisi.
Why don't you jump in there? Grab a, you can get the salad first instead of waiting for her to do the plate first.
Either way.
Yeah. You don't mind having your picture taken away?
All the same to me.
Okay, good enough.
Thank you.
As long as we give them something to eat.
You're right. Very easy. and my pictures don't end up on the post office. Yeah, I know. America's most wanted. Then I'll be okay.
Well, you got to look at it from another point of view. If you're on the most wanted list, somebody cares.
The wrong person cares. I never thought of it that way. Right, that's not the guy I want to kill.
The opportunity to share a joke and develop relationships with these men is what causes volunteers to come back time after time. The opportunity to come to Poverello House and relax, take care of some personal needs, and enjoy the camaraderie with the volunteers, staff, and other men is what makes coming to Poverello House the high point of their week. But Poverello House would not exist without the capable and dedicated full-time staff, Gary and Carl.
I got here not last December, but the December before that. That was in '08. Spent Christmas here, and I was only going to be here a couple of weeks. But as it happened, I fell in love with this area. It gives me an energy that's just really, really great. And somehow being connected with Poverello House, being part of a tradition that's been going on for 800 years, hey, that's something that's really, really neat. And I cook. That's basically what I do, probably what I do best. I'm just real proud to be able to do that here.
The spirit of St. Francis is very apparent at Poverello House. And over time, the grounds have become more and more beautiful, especially in the loving care of Carl.
So, last September, I was on retreat, Matt Talbot retreat, and I just was talking to the retreat master who had done a lot of work with the homeless and just looking for something a little extra to do, more fulfilling. He asked me if he minded if he gave my number to a friend of his, which was Brother Dave, who he had done some work in Las Vegas with the homeless together. And next thing I knew, Brother Dave had called me and asked me if he would meet me here at the Poverello House on October 8th. And I told him the only holdback was the dog. I can't go any place without Rosie. And he said, bring her by. And she came by, and Rosie and I both fell in love with the house. And started off on a trial basis. And it was supposed to be a couple weeks trial. And after 2 days, I just made my mind up, and I told Brother Dave, we'll take the job. And it's just become a home for the both of us. And I love the work. It's obvious they let me do my gardening, and I try to work on the yards and keep those up and try to make it as hospitable as possible to the house. It's kind of ironic. I had read something by Henry Nouwen right before I took this job, and he was talking about hospitality. And the main thing, the importance of hospitality. If you don't have a home, you can't be hospitable. So you have to take your environment and turn it into a home for yourself, because otherwise you have nothing to give. And that's been my main goal in the house, is to try to make it a home-like environment with Gary and I, and then we have something to share.
Well, I want to thank you for coming today, and I hope you enjoyed your tour of Poverello House, and I hope you had a chance to get to see what our homeless friends get to experience here at Poverello House, a welcoming home, a place where they're known and loved and cared for. And thank you so much, and may God bless you and your family and loved ones.
This is it.
All right,
Robert, good to see you. You take care of yourself. Be safe.
Have a good week.
Thanks for all your help as well. See you tonight.